okay? Can I help you? Would you like to be part of this too? May I have your ID?
Sir, it's not a question. It's not up for discussion. It's either ID or move.
It's a lawful command.
Is it lawful to film police officers while in a public place? Believe it or not, even though this should be a right for you to understand and properly know, it becomes a situation where I see it over and over and over again, where officers make the intentional effort to intimidate, to trample your lawful rights.
Giving you a lawful order that you are not allowed to record this.
Turn the phone off.
No, I'm not turning it
I
off.
don't give you my consent.
What are you recording? You can go to jail for that.
Turn it off and take it jail.
Yes. I am.
Really?
Matter of fact, I came across just recently here this one video where it was abundantly clear the officers engaged in actions where they were wanting to make sure that they could threaten, that they could intimidate an individual from exercising his lawful rights. This situation should not happen anymore, guys, especially with all this available tools that exist nowadays for you to make a diligent effort to really understand, well, what exactly is my lawful right? Can I actually record an officer? Now, there's exceptions that really need to be understood carefully when you are engaging in this type of right. But before I walk you through what exactly the law is, take a look at this one video that I just encountered where I said, wait a second, why is this a situation that unfortunately today is still happening across our beautiful country? This is not what individual officers should ever try to engage in. They should properly be trained on. They should be educated as to what someone is entitled to do or not do, so as to make sure that they can minimize from ever involving themselves in the situation. Take a look at the next video. Let's dissect this.
Can I help you, sir? You good? You okay? Can I help you? Would you like to be part of this too? Great answer. Can I get your ID?
All right, now let's break this down here carefully. You're sitting at a restaurant, what appears to be in this situation, McDonald's. You're enjoying some nice coffee, enjoying your breakfast, when you suddenly see officers engaging in what appears to be a detainment, potentially an arrest of an individual. Now you're intrigued. What's going on over there? What's happening? It appears to be there at least 10, 15 feet from the distance of where this gentleman is sitting, enjoying his breakfast, when he makes that decision to then take out his cell phone and start recording. Now, he's not interrupting the actual investigation or efforts from these officers. He's not trying to confuse them or distract them in any way. He's not in their personal space. He's not in any way trying to interfere, which is crucial, and I'll let you know here in a second why it is. Now, he's exercising his right when we suddenly see this officer turn around and direct his attention directly at this gentleman and say, wait a second, do you want to be a part of this as well? Matter of fact, we even see him approach this gentleman and say, give me your ID. Let's pause right there and say, well, wait a second, officer. Why do I even have to engage in communication here with you? Matter of fact, I don't. These encounters, they're labeled as consensual encounters, mind you, so you can keep that in mind. If you say, hey, look, I don't actually want to engage in this encounter, you don't have to. There's no obligation whatsoever. Now, important to know, under the First Amendment, your right to record, your right to speech and provide your own personal perspective and opinion is something that is protected by the First Amendment. And so in this situation, You're allowed, you have a lawful right under the Constitution to start recording police officers so long, here are the exceptions, so long as you don't interfere any of that investigation or obstruct in any way their justice, their efforts in trying to detain, to arrest. None of that was happening in this video. We see the gentleman remain seated, remain in his location, simply recording. He's not invading their space. He's not interfering them in any way, not asking them any questions whatsoever. So why then, officer, do I need to provide you my ID? He doesn't. Let's continue watching to make sure that we see how did this person handle that interaction. Take a close look, because this could be you.
May I have your ID? You want to be part of this too? Do me a favor, can you move so you're not in my space? Investigation. You're impeding my investigation because I gotta focus on you and him at the same time. So either give me your ID or you can move.
Sir, it's not a question. It's not up for discussion. It's either ID or move.
All right, now this initial officer, he's feeling pretty good about himself. He makes these remarks about, do you actually want to be a part of this? Give me your ID.
May I have your ID? You want to be part of this too?
We then hear that second officer say, hey, this is not a question, it's a command. Now you either move or you give us your ID.
Sir, it's not a question. It's not up for discussion. It's either ID or move.
Remember what I just stated here a little while ago. It's important to note, he states, you're in my space. You're invading my space. That's not the case, folks. I mentioned to you initially, this is clearly a distance anywhere between 10 to 15 feet. This gentleman here sitting, enjoying his coffee, enjoying his breakfast, he's just simply exercising his lawful right to record an officer as long as he's not interfering, invading in any way. And yet we see these officers engage in actions to try to intimidate, to try to threaten, potentially even harass this gentleman for simply exercising his lawful right. Now, we also see when he gets closer to this gentleman, say, hey, look. And look, looking at it with this perspective, I think they were trying to cause for him to react, to potentially make some moves that could then allow these officers to engage in detaining this individual, maybe even arresting this individual. But what he does, he turned that camera around, he looks at himself, I think he even, toasts with his coffee. He's simply exercising his lawful right to record, exercising his lawful right to remain silent, most importantly. He handled this beautifully. This is how you have to execute your rights, defend them accordingly, but you have to be educated about what exactly your rights are. Now, if we also pay close attention here to what this officer is saying, you got to move somewhere else. Well, matter of fact, I don't. One, it's private property. The owner or the manager, supervisor has not gotten there and said, hey, please move to a different location. None of that has happened. So this officer has no right whatsoever to dictate if I should move, not move. Once again, so long as you are not in their personal space, invading that investigation in any way. I think he even tries to come up with this argument about, well, I'm having to place my attention on this person that I'm trying to detain and now on you as well. Officer, you don't have to look at my camera. Focus on what you're doing. Don't focus on trying to trample my rights. I know them, and I'm going to defend them accordingly.
It's a lawful command.
It's a lawful command.
Move.
Yes, it is.
Or you...
Lo and behold, we see a third officer show up to the scene, but more importantly to note, that second officer who was actually engaging in the detainment of that other person gets closer, takes his body cam, and says, you know what, let me take a picture of you as well. I think what happened here, at the end of the day, they came to this realization of saying, man, we can't do anything about it. This person's simply exercising their lawful right. But if that person did not have that cell phone out, did not have a camera to record that interaction, things could have definitely gone sideways. I think this is why it's vital, it's crucial for nowadays to make sure that if there's any type of police interaction, my suggestion has always been, make sure there's some type of audio or video capturing that interaction to use it later, either to defend yourself, clear up some misunderstanding, simply to avoid something from ever happening in the future. Make sure if you find yourself in that situation, take out your phone, take out a camera, start recording that interaction. Now, if you have another video that you would like for us to go ahead and dissect, detail, react, shoot us over that email, either be by email, shoot us over some comments here in the section, anything that you would like for us to dissect. Looking forward to the next one.